If you've been following this comedy K-drama series so far, then you already know that these lists aren't just about what's funny, but about what feels relatable, slightly chaotic, and oddly comforting at the same time. Part 6 might actually be one of the most balanced lineups yet, because it mixes midlife anxiety, workplace survival, neighborhood justice, romantic deception, and even superheroes powered by cash. Yes, that last one is real. What I love about this set is how grounded most of these stories feel, even when the concepts sound wild on paper. So let's talk through these dramas together, not just what they're about, but why they might hit differently depending on where you are in life. And I really want you thinking about which one reflects you the most as we go along. No Next Life is a 12-episode comedy that centers on three 41-year-old women who are completely exhausted by the nonstop cycle of work, parenting, and expectations. Starring Kim Hee-sun, Han Hae-jin, and Jin Seo-yeon, with Yoon Bak also in the cast, this drama feels like it's speaking directly to a generation that's rarely the main focus of lighthearted K-dramas. What immediately stands out to me is the honesty of the premise. These women aren't chasing big dreams anymore. They're just trying to survive each day without losing themselves. The title alone, No Next Life, feels symbolic of that fear people start to feel in their 40s. That this might be it, that there's no reset button. But instead of being depressing, the drama uses humor to explore that anxiety. Personally, I think this kind of story is long overdue. We see so many dramas about first love and career beginnings, but not enough about what happens when life doesn't turn out the way you imagined. This drama feels like it could spark a lot of conversations, especially among viewers who feel invisible or stuck. I'm curious how you feel about this. Do you enjoy watching stories about characters who are close to your own age? Or do you watch dramas mainly to escape into a completely different stage of life? Dynamite Kiss is a 14-episode romantic comedy starring Jang Ki-young and An In-jin, and the setup already tells you it's going to be messy in the best way. An In-jin plays Goda Rim, a single woman who pretends to be a married mother just to get a job, while Jang Ki-young plays Gong Ji-hyuk, her team leader who eventually falls for her. This is one of those dramas where the lie is both the engine of the plot and the ticking time bomb. What I like about this kind of story is that it highlights how unfair hiring standards can be, especially toward women. The fact that Darim has to pretend to be married to be seen as stable or trustworthy says a lot about workplace bias. At the same time, the drama leans fully into rom-com energy, so you get awkward situations, near exposures, and emotional confusion. Jang Ki-young in a rom-com always brings that calm but soft energy that balances well with An In-jin's grounded acting style. Personally, I think the success of this drama will depend on how honestly it handles the consequences of the lie. Does it just play it for laughs, or does it really explore how damaging these expectations are? Let me know. Do you usually enjoy romance stories built on deception? Or do you get stressed waiting for the truth to come out? Heroes Next Door is a 10-episode action comedy starring Yoon Kai-sang, Jin Sun-kyu, Kim Ji-hyun, Ko Kyu-phil, and Lee Jung-ha. The premise is simple but oddly refreshing. Former Special Forces soldiers reunite, not to save the world, but to protect their families and neighborhood. What I really enjoy about this concept is how it redefines heroism. These characters aren't driven by medals or national duty anymore. They're driven by school pickup schedules, noisy neighbors, and threats that hit close to home. That contrast alone creates a lot of comedic potential. At the same time, there's something very satisfying about watching highly trained professionals apply their skills to everyday problems. It reminds me that strength doesn't disappear just because life gets smaller. I think this drama could resonate strongly with viewers who feel like their best days are behind them, when in reality, they're just fighting different battles now. The ensemble cast also suggests strong chemistry, which is crucial for a story like this. I want to ask you, do you prefer action dramas that focus on global stakes, or do you enjoy seeing action brought down to a more personal neighborhood level? Pro Bono is a 12-episode courtroom comedy starring Jung Kyung-ho as Kang David, a judge who is obsessed with success, money, and status. His life takes an unexpected turn when he ends up stuck in a large law firm's ignored and underfunded pro bono team. Right away, this sounds like the perfect setup for chaos. Jung Kyung-ho excels at playing characters who are flawed, slightly arrogant, but secretly human, and this role seems tailor-made for him. What I find interesting here is the clash between values. Kang David starts off believing that success is everything, but pro bono work forces him to confront people who need help without being able to pay for it. Comedy comes from his discomfort, his resistance, and his slow realization that justice isn't always profitable. Personally, I love legal dramas that don't take themselves too seriously, but still manage to say something meaningful. This drama could easily turn into a commentary on how society treats those who can't afford representation. It also raises an uncomfortable question. Would you still do the right thing if there was nothing in it for you? I'd really like to know, do you enjoy courtroom dramas more for the cases or for the character growth behind the scenes? Finally, we have Cachero, an 8-episode superhero series starring Lee Jun-ho, Kim Hae-jun, Kim Byung-chul, and Kim Hyang-gi. This is easily the most unconventional drama on the list. Lee Jun-ho plays Kang Sang-eung, an ordinary government employee who gains super strength proportional to the amount of cash he's holding. The catch, of course, is that saving the world literally empties his wallet. What makes this drama so clever is how it uses a ridiculous power to comment on very real issues like financial stress, economic inequality, and self-sacrifice. This isn't a superhero who gets stronger by believing in himself. He gets stronger by spending money, which is something most people don't have enough of. I think that irony alone makes this drama stand out. Lee Jun-ho's ability to balance sincerity and humor will be key here, because this story could easily become either too silly or too heavy. Personally, I love the idea of a superhero whose greatest weakness is everyday reality. It makes the stakes feel personal, not cosmic. Let me ask you, do you prefer superheroes who feel untouchable or ones who struggle just like regular people? So that's part 6 of the comedy K-drama list, and what really stands out to me is how these stories all deal with pressure in different forms. Pressure to succeed, to provide, to be honest, to protect, and to keep going even when you're tired. Whether it's women entering their 40s, a single woman lying just to survive at work, retired soldiers defending their block, a judge forced to rediscover justice, or a superhero losing money every time he saves the day, these dramas all ask the same question in different ways. What does it really mean to live well? Now I want to hear from you. Which of these dramas feels the most relatable to your life right now, and which one are you most excited to watch? Let's talk in the comments, because your perspective always adds a whole new layer to these stories.